We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Price now, throwing on first down. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Everyone got 4 down. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Put it to him, check it over. Put it to him, check, over.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Ready. Fight the flag. Oh, here we go. Oh. Set.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. He don't want it.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 17-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Here we go, G.
From the gun, Henry. That's caught by Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
You got me, Red. Don't be scared.
Looking to throw. Price got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. To throw is Price on first down. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Here's Price. From the gun, he'll throw. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
O.J. Howard.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McCaffrey following the penalty. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 2nd down now. Boom. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's down right here, down to the right, down to the right. 4 down. Check. Check 37, check 37.
Operating from the gun, Henry. He's going to launch this thing. And got his man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. Henry. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Henry. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Second and 3. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Henry. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Henry. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 9th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Derrick Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Ready, go.
To throw on 3rd down, Henry. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Henry. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Off play action. Henry. Steps away to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, if we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times. Don't throw late down the middle.
And he did. We see the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you've got to make sure you manipulate those defenders with your eyes and your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back late down the middle.
Now Price throwing to start the drive. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. McCaffrey. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. Cover. Check 52. Hey. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Price on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
It's complete to Watt. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
That's it. Babies cry all the way back home. Mike, ready, go. 59. Zip it. Too little, cut. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's go, D. Go. It's going to be a long day on this.
Running from the gun with Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the gun, Henry. And he finds Howard complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a first and 10. Off the play fake. Henry. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Henry. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check, recon, 132 fighter, let's go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Watt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
On the ready, 59. Mike's 59. Let's go. Come on. Sweat, go.
2nd and 9 now. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down. Boom. And he's got some space here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 68 yards as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Check.
Throwing again. Henry. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey on the counter. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Buccaneers' 33-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Tight end right.
We got 4.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Push him back.
Here's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were...
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football now. 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting him at this point.
And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body.
And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Eckler. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a run with McCaffrey, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Looking to throw on second down. Henry, he'll buy some time right. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the 39-yard line.
Buddy up. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's just me and you.
To throw on second down. Henry. Oh, and he'll just get... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end. Look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. They'll keep it on the ground. Boom. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Did they have to use timeouts?
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Michael Gallup, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Throwing on first down. Henry. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On second down, here's Henry. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Eric Armstead, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Watch the screen. Check 59.
On fourth down, Henry. And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Fighting through, and he's got space. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a give, right side. Boom. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Boom. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Panthers on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Henry. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Henry. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. Forced out to his left. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
We got 4. We got 4.
And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for